Namaste. Welcome to my channel, Mrs. Olive Greens. Well, this is gonna be my first content video. Before starting, wish me all the luck. Thank you. Yes, today I'm gonna discuss one of the burning issues in both the Telugu states of Andhra and Telangana. Almost 63 organizations, including political parties, environmental activists, NGOs, and even the cinema fraternity have come forward to raise their voices against one single issue, that is nothing but the Nallamal uranium mining. Well, before getting into the proper details of this topic, let me remind you all that, this agitation hasn't started recently. It's been from quite some time by the local people who belong to that Nallamala forest and the people who surround that region and the NGOs who's been supporting these people for quite some time. So respecting all their agitations, let me get straight away into the topic. So, recently the Union Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change has given an approval for the Department of Atomic Energy to conduct the research programs of uranium mining in the Nallamal Forest Reserve. So, the Telangana government has recently passed unanimously a resolution against this Nallamal forest mining issue, requesting the central government not to go on with this activity. Well, this might arise in you all a single doubt by now, that being the Nallamal forest being in the state of Telangana, why should the Telangana government in turn request the union government for not to conduct this activity? Well, let me tell you, in the Indian Constitution, there are 3 lists which are particularly mentioned. List 1, List 2 and List 3. So according to this, there are few issues which have been included in List 1 which come under the state government, and also only the state government has a say in all those issues. Vice versa is in the List 2 with the central government. So this is how the Indian Constitution goes. Well, in 1957, the Parliament have passed a Mines and Minerals Regulation Act. So, according to that, the Union government has a say in the regulation of the mining activity. But then, the minor minerals, whichever are there, these come under the say of the state government. But uranium being a major mineral, the union government has a complete say over this. That is why the union government has passed an approval for the Department of Atomic Energy, and that is why the Telangana state has to request the union government. So this is how the federal government goes. Well, not delaying anymore, let us get into this uranium mining. Well, so what exactly is this uranium? So uranium is one of the major minerals which is very much useful for the nuclear energy generation through a nuclear reactor. It means that, nothing but the uranium mineral is used in the nuclear reactor for the generation of nuclear energy. It's just a fuel for the nuclear reactor. So all these years we've been importing this uranium mineral from various other countries. Since we the Indians have found that there are uranium deposits that exist within the geographical region of our own country, that is mainly the Dharwad rock system, which comes along the Singhbum copper belt of Jharkhand, and a few districts like Udaipur, Alwar of Rajasthan, and Kulu district of Himachal Pradesh, and in some districts of Maharashtra, and also throughout the forests like Seshachalam forest of Andhra Pradesh, Srisailam forest. So these all come under the cover of this uranium deposits. So what the central government has thought is, why not we extract our own uranium resources and stop importing, and instead we export this uranium to the outer world, thus we getting into the world politics as a powerful nation. But then there exists a nuance. Let me clear you. There is a country called Kazakhstan which has got huge amounts of uranium deposits within it, and it is also exporting the deposits. But how many of us know that a country called Kazakhstan is one of the world powers? No. So it has nothing to do with the power or the world politics. So this is just a myth. And instead, if these reserves, these uranium reserves, if are found in some barren lands or in some other area, we would have actually considered it. But these being under the NALLAMALA forest region, which is a huge forest cover, providing us, lots of oxygen and shelter for lots of wildlife, and also to the many tribal areas, mainly the Chenchu tribals over there, we are not gonna support in any way to this mining. So coming to the impacts of this mining. So what exactly happens is, to do this kind of researches for this uranium mining, they do almost, they drill almost 4,000 deeper holes of thousands of meters, and they extract the uranium. And this is all around the Amrabad tiger reserve of this Nallamala forest, and this is going to impact the tiger wildlife of that area. So that is going to impact the flora and fauna of that region. And secondly, the Chenchu tribes, who are like aboriginal, the natives of that Nallamala forest, are gonna be affected a lot. They have been even promised the government jobs and all, but no rehabilitation can ever replace them, right? And apart from these two, the main impacts of this uranium is, it is polluting the surrounding areas and mainly the groundwater table. You know what? We have recently seen a huge water crisis of Chennai water crisis, and huge agitations regarding the Kaveri river and all these stuff which are related mainly to the water crisis. In such era, how can we allow somebody to go and pollute the groundwater levels which are very useful to the mankind? So I really don't understand. In fact, many people do not agree that polluting the water resources and thinking of something good in the long run. So this is not gonna benefit anybody in the long run. Well, so in fact, it is going to affect and pollute the water in the nearby Nagarjun Sagar Dam also. So tomorrow, you or even I might be one of those persons who are like mainly affected with all these pollutions. In fact, one of the major effects of this is the radiation. When the uranium comes out, there is a lots of wastage of this uranium ore, which is going to give lots of radiation and which is going to affect the surrounding people also. This has been already proved in the district called Jaduguda in the state of Jharkhand. Even the nuclear power which is being generated in the Kadapa district, even there we have found many people suffering with cancer and all. These are all the proven results. Even after knowing such results happening, how can somebody allow, or how can somebody support such a uranium mining, destroying the forest cover mainly? In fact, we had recently started, the Telangana government has recently started the Haritaharam, which is like planting huge plantations, and also even the Swachh Bharat, which actually encourages plantation and all. So in that moment, we here should not destroy any more forests. In fact, we have to encourage everybody around us and also the future generations to in fact promote this plantation growing, and also not to destroy any more the little of the forest cover which is left in our geographical area. So many people, like many famous celebrities have come forward, even the governments have come forward to stop this activity. And yes, as a responsible citizens, we should come forward and we should raise our voices against this Nallamala forest uranium mining. So let us all save Nallamala forest and say no, a big no to this mining. Let us all create awareness by signing petitions, raising your voice. Well, this is how I am going to conclude my topic, that is the Nallamala uranium mining. At the end, all I wanted to say is, let's carry forward what we have got from the future the ancestors to the future generation with the little amount, whatever is left, and save the forest life. Thank you. And this is Monica signing off. Jai Hind.